a celebration of love, of commitment, of family, friendship, and also two people who are in it forever. All of you are present today because in some way or another you have been part of Mike and Shelley's life. And on behalf of the bride and groom, may I extend to you a sincerest welcome. In marriage, two people turn to one another in search of a greater fulfillment than either could attain alone. Marriage is a bold step, the first of many, taken together into an unknown future. It is risking who we are for who we believe we can become. Only in giving of ourselves fully and sharing our lives with one another can the process of growth take place. Only in loyalty and devotion to one another can that which is eternal in life emerge and be known. Two among us who have stood apart join us today to declare their love and to be united in marriage. Shellie, Mike, you do not need a ceremony to have a marriage. I don't know if anyone told you that before you put me through this. You've been with one another for 7 years, right? 7 years, okay. So this isn't going to create a relationship that doesn't already exist between you. Nothing that we're going to say has magic or prophetic powers. This really is just a reflection of what's already there and how you guys feel about each other. And that brings you to this moment. This is a moment to pause, to reflect, and to smile on all the moments that brought you here, but hopefully not reconsider them. This is a time for you also to look ahead to all the moments that are still to come. So why are we here? Open bar and legal marijuana. No, okay. Some of us. In all seriousness, we are here because we want these moments for you. We are here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love is not happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your own story together. It is not a moment, it's not even this moment, it's every moment. There's big moments like saying I love you, moving in together, seeing each other poop for the first time, getting engaged, etc. You know how these things work. Getting hodor, yeah. However, mostly it's small moments that come in between the larger moments. Falling asleep next to one another, making dinner together, spending holidays with your friends and family, a hug and a kiss when you get back from work, and a lot of binge watching Netflix. All that. So, these everyday moments are really the ones that combine to form the greater experience. There's something intangible about love and about a wedding that's impossible to describe. And so that's the point I'm trying to make, is that even though I worked really hard, I couldn't find the words to describe that. So that's why we're here, because this moment can't be described. It can only be experienced, and we wanted to experience it with you. However, that being said, writing about love and marriage is one of our favorite pastimes, and it does provide a lot of beautiful and insightful reflections. I humbly offer the words of author Wilford Arlen Peterson in The Art of Marriage, who I believe has captured in words the essence of that commitment. I hope you will keep his words upon your heart and refer to them again. The little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. This courtship should not end with a honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not expecting the husband to wear a halo or the wife to have wings of an angel. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and to forget. It is having each other It is giving each other an atmosphere in which you can grow. It is not only marrying the right person, it is being the right partner. This is the art of marriage. At this time, I would like to share a poem of Shellie and Mike's choosing. This is an untitled work by Carl Sandburg. I love you for what you are, but I love you yet more for what you are going to be. I love you not so much for your realities as for your ideals. I pray for your desires that they may be great, rather than for your satisfactions, which may be so hazardously little. A satisfied flower is one whose petals are about to fall. The most beautiful rose is one hardly more than a bud, wherein the pangs and ecstasies of desires are working for larger and finer growth. Not always shall you be what you are now. You are going forward towards something great. I am on the way with you, and therefore I love you. People have been united in marriages in every country, every culture, pretty much for the entirety of time. It's very natural in marriages for two people to decide to embark together to form a family. However, no two people can stand alone. So at this time, I ask you, honored guests and others that are here today, who have lovingly done, thank you, who have lovingly done everything from raising and nurturing them to just being there for them throughout the years. Do you promise to nurture these two individuals? Do you offer your blessing for their marriage, promising to support them, understand them, and encourage them in their solemn endeavor in the years to come? If you agree, please say, "We do."
We do.
Awesome. All right. Whew, almost done, guys. At this time, I'd like to draw your attention to the box here. This is a wine box. This is our commitment ceremony. What Mike and Shellie have done is written letters to each other and sealed them before either could read them. We also have a bottle of wine that is special because it was made by Mike's grandfather, Angela. So thank you to him. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the letters into the box. We will seal the box, and on the occasion of their 5th anniversary, they'll open the box and read the letters to each other. Very touching. So, yeah, anytime you guys are, you give it to her. Yeah. Warm. Sealed.
Yeah, can't open that.
5 years. So don't go back in there and change anything. All right. Okay, and now a final reading. This is Union by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with "when we're married" and continued with "I will" and "you will" and "we will," those late night talks that included "someday" and "somehow" and "maybe," all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, "You know, all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant it all, every word." Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher, for you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you two. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, "This is my husband, and this is my wife." And now, I would ask you to turn your attention to Mike and Shellie as they share with you vows that they have written for one another. Whenever you're ready.
Shellie, I promise to love, honor, respect, and cherish you every day of our lives. I promise to love you tirelessly through perfect times and the merely fabulous times, regardless of how often you get distracted by something shiny. I vow to watch in awe as you kick ass and take names in everything you do. I can also promise that I will be more vigilant when you try to trick me into watching musicals. that I will sometimes fold the socks when they come out of the laundry, since that part is like kryptonite for you. I promise that if there is ever a zombie apocalypse, you can count on my axe. With you being a nurse, you'll also be a vital member of the team. In all seriousness, I promise to create a life for us of unexpected and strange adventures. I promise to not only be your husband, but your best friend. I promise to take care of you when you're sick, give you a break when you're tired, and be there for you during all your times of needs. Shellie, I'm thankful for the patience you've shown towards me, and in return, I promise to share my life with you until death do us part.
That was really good, man.
Made her cry. There you go. It was the zombie apocalypse.
Maybe you should have went first.
Mike, I vow to accept you wholly, the first and the flawless, to love, support, and encourage you in every endeavor, to always be honest, loyal, and trustworthy, to scratch your back and rub your head until you fall asleep. To assure you when you sleepwalk, there are in fact no spiders in our bed. To always be your movie-going buddy and secret napkin. It's illegal. To be whatever you need me to be, your family, your friend, and your lover. Finally, as we change and grow together, I will keep these vows in mind to continue to improve upon them because I have so much more I want to promise you.
Ring bearers, if you have the rings, would you present them?
Mike's like, Michael's.
I get it. He's so small.
Cool. Cool. Shots fired, guys. All right. Do you, Shellie, accept this man, Mike, as your husband, joining with him today in matrimony, offering your friendship and loving care, honoring his growth and freedom as well as your own, cherishing and respecting him, loving and embracing him in times of adversity and times of joy? If so, answer now, I do. Please repeat after me. With this ring, I'll do you next. with this ring, I be wed. Take it as a sign of my everlasting and unconditional love. With all that I am and all that I have, from this day forward, as your wife. You can put it on. Yeah, if you want. One down. Do you, Mike, accept this woman, Shellie, as your wife, joining with her today in matrimony, offering your friendship and loving care, honoring her growth and freedom as well as your own, cherishing and respecting her, loving and embracing her in times of adversity and times of joy? If so, answer now, I do.
I do.
Please repeat after me. With this ring,
Yeah, it is.
with this ring, did I put it on? Oh, with this ring, I be wed.
With this ring, I be wed.
Take this as a sign of my everlasting
Take this as a sign of my everlasting
and unconditional love,
and unconditional love
with all that I am
with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have
from this day forward,
from this day forward
as your husband.
as your husband.
Love free. Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh no.
it goes.
All right. All right, we can still do this thing. Love freely given has no giver and no receiver. You are each the giver and each the receiver. The wedding ring is a symbol in visible form of the unbroken circle of your love, so that wherever you go, you may always return to your shared life together. May these rings always call to mind the power of your love. Shellie and Mike, in the